Welcome back to episode 52 of our Ocarina of Time walkthrough, The Bottom of the Well. After becoming young Link again, in the past, we will visit Guru Guru, who plays a phonogram under the windmill in Kakariko Village. While talking to him, he's playing his phonogram as the windmill spins at the correct speed at the corresponding tempo he is playing. All is well with the world. In the future, he will teach us the Song of Storms, so go ahead and play it for him now. Oh no, what is happening? After playing the Song of Storms that he taught future Link, everything speeds up as his tempo is messed up. This will cause the windmill to spin faster, draining all the water from the well. It's truly a time travel paradox, as we teach him the song that he will teach us in the future. Now with the water gone in the well, we can climb all the way down to the bottom of it. Access the bottom of the well. From here, we just have a statula that we need to take care of. I got a little too close there and got hit. Oops. So apparently there are a lot of spirits in this temple, and we need to find the Eye of Truth. That's what they're telling us. So if you hit the wall there, you can hear that it's a normal wall, but there are plenty of walls in this temple that are not as they seem, so you can walk right through them. The temple is basically like a big square, so we can either go clockwise or counterclockwise, but we need to go to the other end. You'll notice the symbol of the Triforce on the ground, and there's a fountain adjacent to it there that has a continuous stream of water coming out of it. Playing Zelda's Lullaby will shut the fountain down, lowering the water level, and allowing us access to areas that we otherwise would not be able to get to. Now, with the water level lowered, we can run all the way back around to the entrance where we first came in, and now there's an area that we can get to containing a small hole. So after dealing with the statula, go and climb the netting, and we'll go through the door to find the mini-boss of the dungeon. As you walk into the room and the door is shut behind you and barred, there'll be a bunch of hands. So you'll need to actually go ahead and walk into one so that you can get captured. And the dead hand, the mini-boss, will actually come out. So we'll need to push A and B repeatedly in order to break free. Once free, you can Z-target Dead Hand, and then just wait for him to drop his head. And then after he does, we can repeatedly hit him with the sword. With either standard attacks or jump attacks, or you can use a Decker Stick, which will actually do the same amount of damage as a jump attack. hitting him with objects like the boomerang or Decker Seeds don't really do any good. And then after he's hit a few times, then he'll go back in and you'll have to repeat the process. So we'll have to go and get captured by the hand again, press A and B repeatedly to break free, and then deal with the dead hand again. It's really odd, like, are these his hands or does he just control them? We'll deal with Deadhead here, and then again later on in the Shadow Temple as well. Well, open up the chest to find the main reason why we traveled back in time and came all the way down to the bottom of the well. Well, having the Lens of Truth will make going through the remainder of the bottom of the well much easier, because now secret hidden passageways and walls where there are not actually walls, we can see all of them. So if you equip your Lens of Truth, everything in the circle is what is actually there, the truth. Outside in the red is not what it seems. If you're wanting to do 100% completion, there's still a number of gold statulas that we need to grab by getting a bunch of keys. Otherwise, there's nothing really else important down here, so you could actually just go ahead and leave the well at this point and continue on with the main part of the game. Alright, so we need to go find the map and the compass. There are 3 small keys that we'll need to grab, and then we'll be able to get a few gold statulas that are down here.
So our first objective is to get the dungeon map. So after climbing back up into the main room here, if we activate our Lens of Truth, we can see there's a wall that isn't really there, and a hole in the floor right by that giant axe. Navi will warn us about a wall master. We can just ignore that really for now because we're just going to jump right down through that hole. Here you'll notice Navi turns green. That is just an acknowledgement that there is a secret large fairy there. But we're not going to mess with him right now. Our life is full anyway, so go ahead and drop a bomb right by those 2 big rocks. And there's a re-dead here. Sun Song, of course, will freeze him, and then we can easily defeat him. And open up the chest to obtain the dungeon map. Alright, after entering this central room again, you'll see a bunch of silver rubies that we need to collect. There's 3 of them here, and then there'll be a few more above us, so collect these 3, watching the Ray Dead there on the right, and head on up, and then we'll be able to collect 2 more. And that will open the door up here on the 3rd level. Alright, now we'll go and grab the compass. So if you look around, it appears we're in a room with 4 walls and no way out and a locked door. So look for the Eye of Truth. Of course, if we use our Lens of Truth, we can see that, in fact, one of the walls is not really there. And there's also a open wall here on the left. That's actually one of the keys that we need to grab, so we might as well just grab it right now. And then continuing on, we'll head back into that room that we were in before with the Wall Master.
The cell on the left here has a chest which contains the compass. But how do we get it? We can't jump across there, but if you look over on the other wall, there's another hole here that we can go through. Okay, cool. Now we have 2 more small keys that we need to snag, and then we can grab all the gold statulas. So the first one that we're going to get to is that hallway here on the left. If you'd come here before lowering the water level, you would not have been able to have gone through. But now with the water down, we can access the chest here for a piece of a recovery heart and climb the netting to go into the next room. In this room full of coffins, we'll find a new enemy called a Gibdo. They're similar to a Redead, however, they can scream repeatedly even when Link is already frozen from a previous scream. And they will not walk towards you while frozen, but can jump on you from a bit of a distance. Therefore, they're considered slightly more dangerous. Like a Redead though, they can be frozen by playing Sunsong. Every closed coffin in here may be opened by lighting its corresponding torch. Using a dagger stick, grab some of the fire, and the only one that we actually care about is opening the one to the far left, all the way up and to the left. Opening some of the other ones contain either a recovery heart piece or many of them contain enemies. So watch out when opening it, 2 keys will come out, and unfortunately I didn't get out of the way quite fast enough and got hit. After dealing with them, jump on in the coffin to obtain a key. And it can be a bit tricky because it's a small area to try to jump into. This is kind of funny, I kept trying to go a little bit too hard on the analog stick back and forth, and you'll just jump back and forth on the coffin. So it requires a bit of a fine touch to slowly walk into it. Grab the key, and that is all we need to do in here. So back out to the main room again. There's one more small key that we need to grab. It's going to be located in a chest, in a hidden wall, directly across from where we're currently at. I actually kind of went the hard way here by taking a left. It would have been easier just because of that green bubbly to have taken a right, and then I'd be following him instead of running against him. Alright, before we get that last remaining small key, go and use your Lens of Truth. We'll run back into the area here, and we'll go through the 2 locked doors that are in this room using the 2 keys that we have in order to snag a couple of gold statulas. There's not really any reason to kill this statula here. The only reason to is to get some Deku Nuts out of that chest, but I went ahead and did it anyway. Turning around and looking the other direction, we'll see the first locked door. The other one is to the left of this. Walking in this room here, there's a couple keys that we need to take care of. And then after defeating them, use your Lens of Truth to see a walkway along the right-hand corner of the room. And who will find Gold Statula token number 78. Yay! Alright, we'll head out the same way that we came in, and then make a right-hand turn here and go to the other locked door. So if you use your Lens of Truth, you can see that hole there by the X, so we don't fall into it. And then in this room, there's a big Deku Baba in the middle of the room to take care of. And watch out, these pots do fly. So as we approach them, you can use your shield to deflect the flying pots. And remember, if you kill the Deku Baba by the head, you'll get Deku Nuts. If you kill him by the trunk, you'll get Deku Sticks. And then take care of this gold statula here to collect token number 79. We just need to get our last small key, and then one more gold statula to find, and we'll be done with the well. Now, with having obtained our last small key, if you look here to the right, there's a like that is behind bars, and there's no way seemingly to get in there. So the way to get in there is to run all the way up to the upper right-hand corner here, and there's a hole that we can crawl through. And then a locked door that we'll use our last small key on. After walking in this room, be very careful because there is a invisible hole just in front of you. And then I changed my shield to the Hylian shield versus the Kokiri shield, just so it doesn't get burned up by the fire keys. So we'll have to take them out, and you don't want to go anywhere. If you were to activate your Lens of Truth, you would see that if we walked forward at all from where we're at, we'd fall all the way down into the basement. With the fire keys gone and being very careful not to fall down into the hole, use a bomb to throw into the center of the room there and take care of the beamos. Then using the Lens of Truth, carefully make it your way all the way over to the door. The chest in the room there will contain a brand new Deku shield if yours happens to get burned up by the fire keys. Otherwise, it just contains 5 rupees. Now we're in that room on the other side of the bars that we seemingly could not get to before. So we just have a like to have to deal with. And if the like does happen to eat your shield, no worries, because the treasure chest in this room will happen to contain another replacement shield for you as well. And we'll take care of our final gold statula in the well to collect token number 80. Well, that is the completion of Under the Well. There's nothing else that we need to do right now as a child. So we need to go to the Temple of Time, and once again, travel forward in time 7 years and become an adult. Thank you for joining me. Please join me again for episode 53, where we will conquer the Shadow Temple.